Rogue, Gambit, Iron Lad, all names mentioned in the questions for this week's Monday mailbag, guys. Plus, I'm further discussing my thoughts on these community feedback blog posts that we got this past weekend and answering the rest of your questions from the mailbag channel on the Discord server, guys. And if you're ready for the Monday mailbag, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello. What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel, and I hope you're having a great Monday. I hope you're ready for all of the questions from the mailbag server, talking about Rogue, Gambit, Iron Lag, talking about these community feedback blog posts, and a lot more, guys. Get your popcorn. There's a lot that we need to discuss now. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button for more great content, and hit that notification bell and that like button. Yes, it helps out the channel, and you get notified as soon as a new video is released from this channel. But without further ado, let's get into all of these questions, guys. Boom. First question of the week for this edition of the Monday mailbag. Hey, Valley, I hope you're doing well, brother. Just wanted to share two things. I like RTA. I know there's some people that like it. I'm in the camp that doesn't, but I know there are some people that like it. I'm not a huge fan of the objectives. Neither am I. So I end up skipping half of them, but it's a great chance to try out different teams, strategies without using Blitz energy or losing Blitz matches. I would agree with you. I think if you're using Real-Time Arena in that sense to try out new teams, you're not wasting any Blitz energy. You could do as many matches as you want. I think it is a good game mode, but if you're trying to hit these objectives, trying to hit these knockouts, and you're using bad characters and really pushing for some of these awesome materials in this Real-Time Arena and the Battle Pass, that's where it can lack a little fun. But using it in your I could see why you're enjoying Real-Time Arena if you're using it this way to test out different teams. Sometimes you're going to get horrible matchups. Maybe most of the time you're getting horrible matchups, but once in a while you get some cool matchups that you really test your characters. Be good. Next part is about bottlenecks. We're gonna get to that. There's a lot of other questions about bottlenecks, so let's move on. And just so this doesn't go crazy long, brother. How's it going, ValleyFlyin? What are your thoughts on Iron Lad being added as the 5th Young Avengers? He can even be a legendary character for that team, since he's really Kang the Conqueror as a team. Interested in your feedback. So a couple different things here. Young Avengers, they definitely need a 5th spot. I kind of like that they have a rotational 5th spot. Any homeless hero brawlers we could slot into that team, and they could be pretty effective. But as far as Iron Lad, I mean, there's a lot of great characters that have a high chance of coming to Marvel Strike Force. I think with what we just saw in WandaVision, there's a good chance of Speed, Wiccan possibly coming to Young Avengers squad. But we know that Kang the Conqueror is going to be the main bad guy for the new Ant-Man and Wasp move. I think it's called Quantum Mania. So I think there's a good chance of this character either as Kang or Iron Lad being added to the game. I think if it was a Kang version, be closer to the Ant-Man and Wasp movie. If it was the Iron Lad version, could be anything. And maybe they add both. They talked about skins. Maybe Iron Lad will be a skin for Kang the Conqueror. But we will have to see. But I think there's a good chance of both of these characters being added, or at least Kang the Conqueror, at least one of these characters being added sometime. And yes, Young Avengers, they definitely need a 5th member. Have you ever heard of, oh, this is another one of these questions. All right, I guess it's not a question, but it's just introducing us to more characters in the Marvel comic universe. So let's see who we got this week. Have you ever heard of Paul Pierre Duval, aka Grey Gargoyle? No, not before this question. He's a villain, global bio, masters of evil, lethal legion characters often facing against the Avengers, but Thor in particular. He is essentially a living stone, giving himself empowered strength, durability with the power to turn anyone into petrified stone for a period of time, incapacitating his enemies. It's like a Medusa level skill right there. Cool character. I think he could be added to the game. Personally, with some of these more obscure characters, I would want more iconic characters that I'm more familiar with, but more characters are good. Let me know your thoughts on Grey Gargoyle, guys. Would you want to see this character added to Marvel Strike Force? Next question. What is up, ValleyFlyin? Man, I'm reading the question. A few minutes before payout, I was ranked 5. I tried to attack the 4 people in front of me. All 4 could not be fought as I get the notifications that we're currently in a fight. So 4, 3, and 2 could have been in a fight, but 1 should not have been in a fight. It probably was that cheating mechanic right there that 1 was in a fight, because 1 can't attack anybody at that time. But this, I guess, well, actually, it's if they're in battle. So yeah, you can't attack them. That would make sense. Someone's attacking number 1. All right, let's see what else happened though. A few minutes passed. I dropped from rank 5 to rank 7. I ended up defeating number 6 as that person was the only one available to fight, and I jumped all the way to number 2. What's going on there? So it's probably that number 6 was either in a battle with number 2, or number 6 was in a battle with someone that was in a battle with number 2. They ended up winning. That person ended up winning, and you just bumped up. That is kind of how slingshotting works. Sometimes it works in your favor like it did here, but you know, there's other times that it works against you. So for me, I know it's kind of balanced off, so I'm not complaining or promoting the slingshotting too much, because I think it's balanced for me as far as the times that I've moved up and the times that I've moved down. But it's a very strange mechanic. But if they were all in battle in front of you and they weren't really attacking, then they may have been some cheating there. I'm glad that it was addressed in this latest blog post, so hopefully they do something about it. I would have liked to see them say, hey, this cheating is not good. You may face consequences, and this may kind of discourage that a little, but there's nothing said about that in the blog post, unfortunately. But there's a couple things going on in Arena right now. One is slingshotting and one is the cheating. So what happened to you as described here is probably the slingshotting. Hey, ValleyFlyin, not a question, but just an idea to see what others think. All right, let me know what you guys think of this idea, guys. Would it be fun if Scopely ran 3 different blitzes from the same character for the same character at the same time, depending on which blitz you would get a different outfit? That way we don't need a different blitz shard or to divide them up on TCP. This would be an interesting method to release outfits. You know, I as far as just changing a blitz though, I do like the experimentation of multiple blitz shards. I know there are some people against multiple blitz shards. I personally, I still feel this would be a good experiment. Maybe testing out for a couple weeks, see how the community reacts. Obviously, with every change, not everybody's getting happy with every change, but if the majority of the community is happy with this, then it could be a way to go. If the majority of the community is like, yeah, we thought this would be good, this actually sucks, then they could take it away. But I would like to see them doing multiple blitzes as a test, just to see if, you know, I know people talking about different arena shards or blitz shards. Maybe multiple blitzes is the solution. Let's see. As far as different outfits, I think this could be good, unless there's like two outfits that you need, and maybe you just need a certain character and need shards for it. Could be interesting. Again, as a method of testing, I think this would be a good method of testing. If it works out, then implement this in a game. If it doesn't, then move on to another method of testing. But it could be this could be a good method to test and see if releasing skins, aka outfits, would be a good release method for that. With that way. Greetings from San Diego. Thank you for answering my previous questions. Greetings from Texas. Thank you for submitting previous questions, brother. I would love to see Agatha added to the game. I'd assume she'd be on a supernatural team, but where would you like to see her and what role would she play? All right, so with Agatha, I think she's more of a controller. I think she has a lot of good control, especially what we saw in the series. Where would I like to see her? Well, I would like to see Scarlet Witch on a team with Vision. So I'd like to see Scarlet Witch get off of that supernatural team, add another more supernatural type character. Not as much of a magic character like Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange, but more of a supernatural character like Ghost Rider and Elsa Bloodstone, those monster type characters. There's a lot that they could do there with the vampires. Blade has been rumored for a while, so I would like to see that happen with the supernatural team. And as where I want Agatha, I want Scarlet Witch and Vision on a team by themselves. Agatha could be on that team, and I mean, a lot of people are talking about Speed Wiccan being on like some Westview team. I don't know, but you got a bunch of other characters as well in that we saw in the show. We have Photon, we have a few other characters. A lot of them would be great coming to Marvel Strike Force, so something along that line. I would like to see Scarlet Witch and Agatha on some team related to WandaVision. That's where I would like to see, and some of the characters that we saw in the TV series. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I mean, if it were happening, I think we'd already hear about it. But yes, that's where I would like to see. That's what I would like to see happen with Agatha and the rest of this Westfield team, or Westview, or whatever that city in New Jersey is called. All right, with the introduction of Skilletary, Shadowlands, Defenders, and Wakandans are now broken up. If you choose to utilize the new team that is the Defenders, it would be easy to fix because in the comics they do have a lot of members. But looking to Wakanda, I only see one minor option: a mutant named I don't know how to pronounce Nezno Abedemi. If they were to kill Phil Killmonger's spot in Wakanda, who do you think would be a good fit? So Defenders, I think they're going to fill the defenders. We back in early December at the release notes for the 5.0 release, early December, when we had the rework of Punisher, they mentioned more defenders coming. Now, we did get Moon Knight and White Taggart, but they don't have the defenders tag, so they don't count. That means other defenders are coming to the game, so that's what I think was going to fit into that defender spot. More defenders that they're adding that was teased back in December. Now, as far as Wakanda, we have a couple different options that I think would fit on this team from the comics and from the MCU. Let's talk about the MCU first. We have a few different options. We have the other main female in that movie, Nakia, who's I'm not sure. She's kind of like a spy. She's kind of like a spy in that movie. Helps out the mom, helps out Shuri after Black Panther got killed in that movie. So that would be a first choice. We also have a villain, which worked kind of with Killmonger, Claw, Ulysses Claw. Those two from the MCU. And then obviously Storm. She was mentioned as the Queen of Wakanda in a blog post for Black History Month on the official Marvel Strike Force website. So they know that she's Wakanda. She's kind of homeless right now as far as X-Men. So if they just gave her the Wakanda tag, extended her abilities to the Wakandans, maybe they would be a good raid team. You know, maybe giving more focus to Okoye, maybe giving M'Baku a little help as well. But I think that team could work. Storm and the Wakandans, Nakia and the Wakandans, or Ulysses Claw and the Wakandans, or this other mutant would be working as well. But yeah, definitely I would like to see this team working properly and having a fifth and not just keep breaking this team up. All right, what is up, Valley? I hope all is well. I've been playing for about 15 months, heavily invested in the traditional War D teams. Now with the trend of hybrid teams coming to light, is it time to break up these teams and get creative? Keep smashing, dude. So the reason that people are making hybrid teams is you need 8 teams on War defense, probably about 10 on attack, which means 18 teams. There's about 30 teams in the game. So if you have a large roster, you can start combining some of these defense teams, because in War right now, I think a lot of the defense strategies are based on teams that people haven't seen before. A lot of the more common teams, people know the hard counters to these teams. If you have those, if you have that team available, you could hard counter pretty much every team in the game. But where it gets confusing is where we make these hybrid teams. So the first time you saw that Merc Asgardian combo, I think a lot of people were like, whoa, how do I fight this? Or that Inhumans Fury Coulson combo, like, whoa, what is this? And, you know, people are starting to figure out these hybrids as well. But I think that's the reason that people keep using these hybrids, just because it's not known. An unknown on War defense is pretty good, because you're going to have to experiment. Sometimes you'll guess right and use a good team that hard counters that hybrid team. Sometimes you're not guessing right and it screws you up. So that's pretty much where the hybrid teams come into play. And if you have more than 18 teams that you could use for War, either on offense or defense, I think that's where you start making hybrid teams to try to make the best version of these teams. But if you have a smaller roster, then I don't think you should go with hybrid teams at this time. Just wait, or maybe still go with hybrid teams, because it's gonna throw off your opponents looking to hard counter you. So a couple different things, but that's the reason for War defense hybrid teams. And if it applies to you, then try them out. See if you could screw up your opponents. Hey, Valley, I'm a mid-game player. I do appreciate your videos because it does seem that you are advocate to ensure the changes to the entire community rather than just end-game players. I think it is healthy to help the entire community and not just a certain segment of players. I know I'm more towards the end game. A lot of players that do content creation are more towards end game, but you got to have new players coming in, having a clear path, knowing what to do. I think that's very, very important for the health of this game, regardless of what level or the length of time that you've been playing. I think MSF may be reluctant to change Blitz because shards were created. Then endgame players would be at a disadvantage too, only competing with other endgame players. Perhaps they could make shards as a tier like they do in War. Another idea, which I'm sure would be endgame players would hate, is to take TCP out of the equation, meaning points are accrued not based on power teams, but rather straight up tier, or even rankings could be based on how many you exceed your TCP. For example, 2 million TCP players scoring 3 million points would get a 3.0 score. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, there's been a lot of ideas thrown around how to change Blitz to help more of these mid-game and newer players. Shards was the original idea, just because we have arena shards. More blitzes running concurrently was another idea. This is an interesting idea. I'm not sure how this would work. Kind of like the last Blitz idea, though. I think this is a good enough idea that it does deserve testing to see if it works. It may work and be a solution for the majority of the community, or it may not. But I think this is a good enough idea that it should be tested. And if I don't know if Scopely is doing a lot of testing, but if they were, I would like to see this idea. You know, changing up the shards, changing up the scoring, just fairness, I think would be a good thing in Blitz, but I don't know if they could make it just based not on TCP. For me, I know I've built up certain characters that have no use in other game modes just for Blitz, and it would be kind of a waste of resources at that time. So I don't know if they could do that at this point, but again, it is worth testing. Maybe it would work in practice and be the best idea. But yeah, Scopely, test a few of these ideas. There's a lot of ideas being thrown around on Reddit, on this channel, on other channels, and just let's test some of these ideas, and hopefully it can make a better game for the entire community. ValleyFlyin, hey Valley, love the amazing content you put out for us. Thank you, brother. So when I launch my game, it loads at 36%, but then after that, it stops at 36% and never continues. I play on iPhone, contacted Scopely. They said they're currently trying to resolve the issue. It's been happening for a month now, and I missed so much time in the game. When should I expect this to be fixed? So this is an interesting question. I've not heard of this bug before, stopping that 36%. I have no idea what the issue is. It could be a connection issue. Could be something to do with a phone. I don't know if you're using a current phone or an older phone. That could also be an issue, or it just could be a bad version of the game. Maybe you have to uninstall and reinstall your game. If you can get it to 100%, make sure you back up your data. We got other options. There's a link down to at BlueStacks if you want to play on your PC instead of your mobile device. I know it's not as accessible if you're not just carrying the game around with you and you have to wait till you're in your PC, but that could be an option, at least so you're not missing all the content while you figure out this solution. So that's another option for you, but I don't know if anybody has run across this issue. Let me know in the comments if we can help out, because I've not experienced this, brother. What is up? Sup, Valley? Hope all is well. We've been coming back from the nasty natty, aka Cincinnati. All right, let's go 8 for 8. I guess we are going 8 for 8, brother. Do you think it's a good idea for me to hybrid the Inhumans and Shield together? Is what I did. I'm a sucker for the actual teams, not technically put together like MSF. I have an Agents of Shield team with Coulson. All right, you have that one. They do great for me in War and Blitz. Do you think I should split them up for Shadowlands? I'm not sure. So some of these questions are hard to answer without knowing what the rest of your roster is and what your main goals for Marvel Strike Force are. So I guess if you have enough war teams and you want to make a hybrid team, this team could also be countered. This team gets countered by the Brotherhood, but most people have very strong shield, have strong Inhumans, and most people's Brotherhood, or at least my Brotherhood, is not capable of countering this team. So this could be a tricky combo if you don't have the right counters for it. The X-Force, big X-Force counter this as well. Especially since I'm trying to create the ultimate Spidey team with Spider, White Tiger, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. Moon Knight for the 5th until Nova. Would like to know what you think. Again, it's going to depend on your roster, brother. Also would like to know who you think we should put for Rogue and Gambit when they come out, since they're the third X-Men that is on the bench, either Wolverine, Psylocke, or Storm. Who do you think would go with that when they finally come out? So we talked about Storm. Storm is not in a really good place as far as that X-Men team. She got a slight rework, but all the rework was tied to Beast. So now that Beast is off of the team, Storm is back to kind of sucking on that team. So I think I would like to see her go along with Gambit and Rogue. Definitely get that rework. Also, like we mentioned in the previous, give her that X-Men and that Wakandan tag so she could be versatile on either team. But who would I like to see paired with Rogue and Gambit? Well, Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is one that I wanted to see in the game for a while. There's a ton of mutants. Probably a bunch that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. Quicksilver would be a good addition too, especially with that WandaVision series and getting a little tease of that character in that show since they're the third X-Men on the bench. Yeah, so Storm could be on that team. She's kind of bad. Wolverine needs a rework. Storm needs a rework. Psylocke is pretty good. But yeah, I would like, as far as another character, I think most of the characters that are not in the game would be the best choices for this team, including Nightcrawler, maybe Angel, maybe Professor X. I don't know, but yes, there's so many awesome mutant characters that are part of my childhood. Would be nice to see them in the game. So yes, I hope
we eventually get Rogue and Gambit, they may be saving them for when the revenues start to dip and they want to increase it. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know when we're going to see them. They could be held off for a little while, but the rumors were Valentine's Day. They're not Valentine's Day. Maybe sometimes in some other time in 2021. All right, what is up, ValleyFlyin? I'm asking me worthy investing in my skeleton. That is a very I am not sure. Again, this is going to be dependent on your roster and what you're going to use them for. They look like they're getting a rework in version 8.3, which is not this next update, but the update after that. So they should be better. I got really lucky with red star pulls for them. Punisher, Merc Soldier, Red Guardian, 6 red star right now. Red Guardian is only 4 gold stars. Killmonger's 5 red stars. Yelena's 3 red stars. So you got lucky on your red stars with this team. I got lucky with this team. I am not really building them for too much right now, except for Blitz. I already put in a bunch of T4s. They're not performing as they should, but maybe with the reworks they will. This is a hard one to recommend right now because they are getting a rework. We don't know what the rework is. Black Widow is going to be getting this tag, so she could also be part of this team as well. Yeah, would they be investing in, or should be hold to keep teams like Defenders, Wakanda, Merc together? Thank you for your input. So I think you should eventually break them up. I hope eventually we will get someone as a 5th for that Wakandan team. Defenders, you could break it to Defenders. I don't know where people are using them after they get past that mid-game stage in Marvel Strike Force. So yes, you can build them up. It's going to be dependent on what you want. You might want to wait till the rework though to really start investing. I jumped the gun on it a little bit, put a little more T4s than I probably would have, but hopefully down the road they end up being valuable because of the rework. But interesting, they are a war attack team, so remember, if you're investing in them, probably not going to be too much use for this team outside of that. So if you really need a war attack team, then probably build them. But you may want to wait through the rework just to know what this team is capable of. So the blog post was waiting on a section where they would get to introduce a new rare gold orb equivalent to a mega orb in rarity. It guarantees gold drops. We got nothing on gold. So disappointing. How do new and mid players catch up when they can't get over 100 characters level 70, let alone level 80? So there's that gold and training mats inverse relationship. Usually people that have a lot of gold don't have a lot of training mats, and then people that have a lot of training mats usually are spending their gold on other things, maybe a lot of stuff in the supply store for these gear. I'm someone that really hasn't struggled with gold. I don't buy too much gear, but I struggle with training mats. So I'm liking what they did with training mats. Gold should have been addressed though. This is something that's needed in every single upgrade, a lot of different things. So gold I think should have been addressed. I don't know if they're going to do another orb, but if they just increase the drop rate, if they increase the minimum drop rate of the gold orb that we have in the game, maybe that's enough. I think that would be a good start for them to adjust and then maybe give us more gold. But if they increase the minimum drop rate of these orbs, I think that would be a good start. I don't know if we need a full new mega orb type gold orb, mega orb type scenario, but we definitely need more gold, and I'm glad they're addressing the training mats. Okay, quick blog post question, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if they add another flash event or training materials, wouldn't that make all other training flash events happening less frequently? Possibly. If they keep it on that once per week cadence, yes, it's going to slow down the cadence. They don't need to do it once a week though. They've decided to do that. They could do that more than once a week. This could be like a Wednesday event. We could have multiple events on Wednesday or Tuesdays or whatever. So it would if it's once a week, but they don't have to have it be once a week. Therefore, Gold Rush, Chaos Theory, etc. will come around less often, which means less gold, fewer silver and gold promo credits. Please tell me I'm wrong. Not necessarily wrong, but they don't necessarily have to do it one event per week. They could do multiple, and that's what I'm hoping. I don't know. It may be a little too optimistic in my view, judging by some of the things we've seen and didn't see in the blog post, but that is something that they could do. And if they're serious about really making the community happy, they wouldn't make it a weekly event and insert it into a rotation that we already have, just slowing down the rest. All right. Ooh, this is a long one. Greetings from Tennessee. Listen to your videos at work. Love the positivity that you keep, even though there isn't much in the game. There's a few. I think the community is pretty negative at this time, but there are some things to be positive about. I still want them to fix red stars, though. I have 2 questions and a little bit of advice for the devs. I've been playing for over 900 days, and Alliance I was in disbanded. Mine too. That seems like very common nowadays. My brother recently joined the game less than a year ago. Was hoping you would catch up. 8.5 million. Decided to make up what was left of my alliance and new players so we could actually play the game together. Seems like bad marketing for Scopely to make it hard to catch up for us. It's almost impossible to get new players to the game when they will take years for them to catch up. Yeah, so this is why catch-up mechanics are needed. If you want to play with your brother or your friend or someone, right now it's hard to do because they're going to take a lot of time catching up to you, and you're playing and you're getting stronger while they're trying to catch up. And unless they're spending a lot of money, it's going to be very, very hard to do. So catch-up mechanics are definitely needed in this game. People are going to quit. People get tired of games. You know, if you've been playing a game for 3 years, even if it's an awesome game, you might just want a change. And just for that alone, Scopely needs to work on some catch-up mechanics. We definitely need catch-up mechanics so that long-term players don't feel the need to do what I did in order to play with people I just joined. Yeah, changing a whole alliance to a beginner's alliance is not the most fun thing. So yeah, catch-up mechanics needed. First question, I don't see any information on Gear 13 uniques being more available. Shouldn't these have gone to campaign notes before Gear 14? Yes, they should have. We should be able to get characters pretty easily up to Gear 13, and then the bottleneck should be 14 and 15. But they went in reverse order. When the Doom raids were at, or the Doom, not the raids, the Doom War chapter, whatever, the new campaigns, we got Gear 14 pieces in those Doom raids, and Gear 13s are still bottleneck. So we got a big bottleneck in Gear 13 pieces, not a huge bottleneck on Gear 14 if you're already in the Doom. And then Gear 15 is a big bottleneck as well. So kind of a strange order that they decided to ease up the bottlenecks in. They may have done that on purpose, just so it's tougher. But I seem to be more stressed on those than anything else. Yes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they did it. If it was a oversight or if it was on purpose so that people still keep buying those superior uniques. Last question. Nothing to do with MSF at all. A few years. I used to do BJJ. Oh, I like BJJ questions. And I wanted to get back into it, but I have no idea where to start. The place I go to is too far away now, but at least I still have my gi. Any suggestions, or should I just try to find a new place and go for it? I would try to find a few new places. I would test out a few of them and see which one you like. There's a lot of self-defense based schools, probably a lot more competition based schools. So you got to ask yourself what you want in your jiu-jitsu school. Also, I would also recommend testing it out, because even if the curriculum matches, you want to make sure you get your gel with the rest of the students and the instructor. So my recommendation, if you want to go back to your place, you can, but it seems like it's a far drive. I would test out a few places close to you, see if there's any schools that you enjoy and you gel with the team members and gel with the instructors. Check it out. It should be, it should be a fun experience. And yes, you want to, if it should be a long-term experience as well. So you want to make sure you fit in with what they're doing, and they fit in with what you want as far as your goals. All right, ValleyFlyin, greetings from the Philippines. You think the new original character in MSF is going to be Ralph Boner? Probably not. Tell your buddy OMG that WandaVision bandwagon is full. My goodness, if you guys saw the last episode of WandaVision, saw that entire series, I gotta just say, I really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. No spoilers though, in case everybody hasn't watched it, but I really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, your spoiler-free thoughts in the comments on that WandaVision series. I thought, yeah, it exceeded my expectations. All right, the description for Chaos Theory says, earn a ton of promotion credits. 7 gold credits does not qualify as tons. You are right. It has not been a good amount since day one. It was kind of hidden when we first got Red Star Rework 2.0. It was kind of hidden because everybody's getting those first-time clear rewards. I think we had some errors at the time, and they're giving us a bunch of silver promotion credits. I think they gave us a bunch of gold promotion credits at that time as well. So we didn't notice how few of these promo credits we were getting, and it's not a lot. It didn't get to be a lot. I always said back in the day, if you go back to my videos around the time that Red Star Rework happened, I say if they keep giving us these promotion credits and these gold promotion credits, I like the rework, but they gave it to us for a little bit and then they stopped. So yeah, we definitely need more. It needs to increase by double or triple what we're currently getting on a monthly basis, in my opinion, just because we're getting so many characters, and leveling one character up to 5 red stars is not going to break the game, especially when we're getting 2 or 3 new characters per month. At the highest tier of Chaos Theory, it would take a year to earn enough gold credits to promote a single credit from 5 to 7. An entire year for one toon, yes. And when we need entire teams and we're getting multiple characters out per month, it seems kind of ridiculous that we're getting such little control over our roster, especially when the new Doom raids, the recommendation came out for 6 red stars. And unless you're spending a ton of money or really lucky or for some reason have a bunch of promo credits, it's hard to take an entire team or entire roster to that 6 red star level. So yeah, Chaos Theory needs to be redone. Even the promo credits that we get on a daily basis needs done. We need a lot more just to have that control over roster, make it fun. Because if you buy a character like about Moon Knight, pull a 2 red star character, 2 red stars on that character, not usable in the game. So yes, we definitely need more from Chaos Theory on our daily stuff. We just need more promo credits, silver and gold on a monthly basis. It's laughable how little we have after red stars have been gained for over 2 years now, and we still have very little control over our roster. ValleyFlyin, greetings from Bavaria, Germany. I watch every video from you and the other MSF creators. First time question now. Thank you for watching the videos, brother. Very important for me, and I think others too. I just entered DD4 with Thanos, Symbiote Spider-Man, Sinister, Proxima, Ghost. Still working on Emma for Global. Who do you think I should push for Global, Cosmic, and City Notes, particularly with the view to Doom Raid, including all the characters we got and new characters rumored in the best? All right, so I'll tell you who I use. I don't know who is the best going to be based on your roster. I think a lot of it has to do with the gear 15 pieces you've already collected. So for me, my first 5 was Thanos, Symbiote Spider-Man, Sinister, Ghost, and I took Black Widow because she's very cheap. For Global, I used Sinister, Ghost, Thanos, not Thanos, Sinister, Ghost, Black Widow, and Sabretooth. Sabretooth, very, very cheap. For the same cost of Emma, I got Sabretooth, and I'm building up Cosmic, Longshot for Cosmic. So 2 mutant characters. Cosmic, I'm taking Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Scream, because Scream is very cheap. Anti-Venom's just a good character. And I'm taking Night Nurse because she's a skill character. Not a lot of healing, not a lot of sustainability for raids for skills. So I'm bringing her. That's who I'm bringing. It would be worth looking into those characters because I think they're good. I don't know. I haven't been into the City or the Cosmic, so maybe it's going to take a very long time. But that's who I'm bringing. Let me know your thoughts on that. And yes, a lot of it is going to be dependent on what your 15 pieces you have, brother. Because it's not necessarily about the best characters. It's about who you can bring in right now. How's it going, ValleyFlyin? I hope everything is super. Everything is super, brother. I hope it is with you as well. Hoping you can help me with a dilemma. I have enough silver and gold promotion credits to take Thanos from 4 red stars all the way to 7. Should I bolster my black order with this focus of my silver credits to bring more characters to 4 red stars? Thank you, and keep on smashing. So I think for me, one of my best investments of promotion credits, silver and gold, has been Thanos. Getting him from 5 all the way to 7. It took a lot of time, took a lot of credits, but that has helped my Black Order team immensely. So if you're looking to build up your Black Order, I think Thanos is the most important one to get those red stars on. Now, it looks like they're starting to build other teams. The rumors of X Factor coming to the game. And is this going to be the Black Order counter? They've been the arena meta for about a year now. Are they going to fall out of the arena meta? Maybe. I'm thinking within the next few months, we will start to see teams or at least get rumblings of a new team that could counter the Black Order in arena. Maybe it's going to be a hybrid team. Maybe it's going to be certain characters, but they've been part of the meta for a long time. And I think it is time for a change. So will they benefit your Black Order? Yes, that Thanos will immensely benefit your Black Order. Are they going to be in the arena for a little while? I think they're going to be for a bit. But as far as what we're going to see as far as the arena meta and the importance of the Black Order for over the next few months, it's really hard to say. We don't have a lot of information about new kits and what the intentions are, what we're going to need these teams for. So this one's going to be up to you. Hopefully, I've given you enough information on both sides. They're very good. Was my most important promotion credit or character that I've used promotion credits on. But they've been in the meta for about a year now. Rumors that they're going to be falling out of the meta. So either way, I hope you can hope the information helps you to make a decision. But at this time, I really cannot fully say Black Order is the way to go. Is the way I went. It's probably going to be the way for the next month, at least the next 2 months. But after that, I don't know. These promotion credits could be wasted, but hopefully we also get more promotion credits so that it's not even a difference. There's not even a stress for you if you build up Thanos and it ends up having him fall out of the meta and the Black Order fall out of the meta. You still have more promotion credits. You can build the new meta team, but it's tough. It's tough right now. Not a lot of information on any of this stuff. So it's just guesses, educated guesses. Hey, Valley, I'm going to take Hella to DD4 because I have so much gear drop out of War Orbs the last few weeks. Congratulations. She's a great character for DD4, but it's also very, very expensive use of that Mystic gear. So if you got it, good. She'll help you. She'll help you get through that Mystics or that Cosmic section in DD4 a lot faster. I went the cheap route, though, but yeah, she's probably the better route. I have her special ultimate done with a solo character. Is it worth doing her basic? Probably not. I've upgraded her special and her ultimate as well. I think I did her passive, and that was kind of a waste. That helps the Asgardians on War, but I'm not even using a full Asgardian team on War right now. So using an arena counter Doom, so I have no issues doing her basic if it's a good. So it may not be a good one, but if you're using Hela so much that little bit of extra damage and whatever effects, if there's a T4 that you're using a lot, even if it's not the best, if you're using that character so much, and if you're using that ability so much that you're gonna get value out of it, even if it's not the best T4, then do it. So if you're getting so much use out of your Hela that the basic will be worth it for you, then do it. I know with mines, it's not one that I would do, but you may be using Hela a lot differently than me. So again, I don't know if this is a conclusive answer of yes or no, but hopefully that's enough information on both sides that you could make a decision for yourself on this one. Because this is not one that I would recommend, but maybe your usage is a lot different than mine's for Hela. What is up from San Diego? What is up from Texas, brother? Now that Scopely has published their blogs responding to community, laying out their 2020 roadmap, can community see what they're willing to address? Training mass, orange gear, raid milestones, and what they're hoping they can ignore: red stars, blitz, and gold. Yeah, no mention of red star. Well, just a little bit of mention of red stars. It looks like the red star rework that's happening is Ultron is getting red stars and Ultimus is getting red stars, but not for more promotion credits, not more agency in building up our roster. So sort of, but yeah, blitz was not addressed. Catch-up mechanics were not addressed. Gold was not addressed. So they addressed a few things. In real-time arena, they didn't address it in their main blog post. But they addressed it for season 4. They're making some changes to season 4, which it may not be exactly what we want, but it is a step in the right direction. I think season 4 is going to be a little better than season 3. Question is season 4 going to be better than season 2 and season 1 was? Yes, the community has offered suggestions on how to fix these, from simply increasing existing currencies to reworking the entire system, but Scopely hasn't even acknowledged that there are these issues. So I think part of the problem that they haven't addressed any of these issues, I think they're still making a lot of money from these things, especially red stars. We took a look at some of the profits over the past few months yesterday with OMG and Reminex, and it looks like the profits for February, even though the community was upset, were at all-time highs. So that's why I think they're not addressing it. They're still making a lot of money on red stars. Most of the community on YouTube, Reddit, Facebook, all the active community does not like it, but there's a lot of community that doesn't go on Reddit, that doesn't go on YouTube, that's not involved with the rest of the MSF community, that just plays this game and buys these red stars offers as they see them. They're going to still be making a lot of money with them and be very hesitant to switch. And that's kind of what I fear has happened with red stars, with blitz, and some of these other things that people want to be fixed, but Scopely has not even addressed. So I think it's still very profitable for them, unfortunately. So the question I pose, where do we go from here? Do we accept that they're willing to give or continue to push for change? I think we continue to push for change. I'm still having fun with this game, and if you're still having fun, push for the change. But if you're having so little fun, there's a lot of other games out there, then just have fun. And hopefully you still watch this channel, and hopefully there's some other games that I talk about on this channel that you enjoy as well. But yeah, it's a game. Let's have fun with it. But yeah, I still enjoy it, and that's why I still want to continue to push for change and pushing for things like red stars to be fixed to make it a more enjoyable game mode, not only for myself, but for newer players, mid-game players, and other end-game players that can be competitive. There's so much potential in this game, and there's some issues, but these issues I think are all fixable. Thank you for the great work. Keep up the positive vibes. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying my best. Do not have to say a lot more what the community thinks about Scopely right now. So no respect, no honor. Possibly. That was my initial reaction as well. But seeing some of the numbers and why they've chosen to, especially kind of what Reminex said yesterday on the roundtable video. Even though they're making so much money and they don't really need to respond to the community if they're hitting all-time profits, no matter how upset the community is, it's good that they are responding and they are giving some changes. So that's a good thing. So as far as no respect, no, I think a lot of it is no quality control. So things like that, because there's a lot of bugs in this game as well. In addition to the things that we talked about, Scopely has put hard times daddy, on the MSF community. With that being said, while character costumes are supposedly cosmetic, have no kit modifiers, it would be assertive Scopely would, in their future plans, for specific required costume as part of legendary unlocks, wouldn't it? So yeah, talking about the skins and costumes, they said they have no plans to change anything, just cosmetic, but they said that they could change in the future. So there's some cool things that skins could do if they change the kits. Unfortunately, a lot of those cool things make you kind of forced to buy these things. I would be very upset if they made it part of Legendary Unlocked, but if they did some little things like possibly changing tags or something that didn't affect things too much, I think it could be a good thing, but also could be a bad thing, because if you want that tag change or something, then you're like, oh, I gotta go after this uniform. This is a required uniform, and that could have a lot of negative effects as well. So as long as they keep it pure cosmetic and don't make it too crazy as far as under release methods, I think skins could be a good thing. But I would like to see them explore other things that skins could do. But again, playtesting. A lot of things are just ideas, and then maybe they're good, maybe they're not when they actually are played. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But if I don't think there's going to be any problems if they keep it cosmetic. Anything else would be a potential issue, but not necessarily if it's done right. All right, ValleyFlyin, what is up, brother? I try to keep it short and simple. Here, 14 pieces in the gold store cost 72K. When they sell 3, it's 216K. That's 72 times 3. That's not a sale. It's not a sale. Make them 200K. I skip a lot of those because it doesn't fit my gold budget. Throw the players a bone. Make us spend gold. Scope on X can sell more gold orb offer. So here, 14 pieces. We talked about this. Kind of weird, because all of the Gear 14 pieces, or at least all that I can think of, I think they're all farmable in those Doom campaigns. So I don't know if you're supposed to be buying those. I don't know if they reduced the price on that. I don't know if they talked about reducing the price on those in the blog post, but they're farmable, and that's not a bottleneck for me personally. It may be a bottleneck for some people, but for me, it's those superior uniques that get you to Gear 13 that all the characters need to get to 13, 14, and 15, and then those 15 pieces. Those 14s, I have a bunch of those, so maybe that's why. I don't know, but yeah, they should definitely have a sale though. I don't know. They reworked a lot of the 15 pieces. Some of the other pieces, they should have reworked this as well, even if it is farmable, because not everybody is able to get those Doom campaigns. Pulled my first 7 red star is America Chavez. Ouch. Not the best 7 red star character. Now, what? Do I bring her up how far? So I don't know if she's a good enough character to build up a whole entire Young Avengers squad. You may want to just build this up for the rest of your Young Avengers. Maybe you use them in Blitz, maybe use them in War. I don't know what the rest of your Young Avengers are like, but if you don't have a lot of gold or red stars on them, then maybe hold off a little bit. But if you're really strong on them, depends where you're going to use them. I think they're a great War team, great in Blitz. I guess they have some survivability in the raids because of Squirrel Girl, but yeah, this is not one of the more versatile teams or one of the more required teams in the game. I think it's a fun team. They're fun to play with, but I don't know if you should put all your resources to America Chavez. I don't know how good she's going to be in Dark Dimension. I don't know how good she's going to be in some of these more difficult raid content. So you may want to skip it. I mean, and if I'm wrong, you could always go back and build her, but I just don't see Young Avengers having as much value that you need to drop everything and just build her because you pulled this lucky 7 red star in her, brother. Hey Valley, with skins coming to the game, what would you think of this as a release method? All right, let's talk about this. If you have a character 7 stars, the character is farmable in either node or store. You can still farm the node, and the shards will go towards unlocking the skin for a character. So this is good, but what I wanted is when you get them 7 stars, the shards, they go towards unlocking more red stars for that character. Even if it's a ridiculous rate, and I say ridiculous, I mean not crazy, but 2 or 3 months crazy farming for the next star level. I don't think that's that bad. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe more testing is needed on that, but I would want it to go in towards red stars. But this, if they're not ever gonna do that, I think this is a good thing for skins. Just continue to farm characters. Unfortunately for that though, the only problem I see at that, if you don't have the character at 7 stars and you want to use a different version of them, not available. So if they did this in addition to other release methods, maybe maybe as blitz prizes or arena prizes or some of their raid prizes or something like that, or some specific milestones, then be cool in case you missed out on it. But I wouldn't like to see this as the only release method. Not sure if I missed a video or post on the release method. No, there's nothing on the release method yet. I think they're still deciding that. I don't know if they've decided all the characters they want to have skins. So yeah, I don't think you missed anything. They just haven't talked about it. But yeah, let me know your comments, guys. How do you want to see skins released in Marvel Strike Force? All right, hope you're doing well, my friend. Same to you as well, my friend. Love the roundtable with MG and Reminex. My question is, isn't it really a question, more of a suggestion to help to ease the red star bottleneck? Why not give 5 silver promotion credits instead of the 1 for the Alliance donation mouth? Yes, do that. Increase it by 5 times. I like that even better than 3 times. This would give players 150 per month on average, plus whatever they get in Chaos Theory. This would give us enough silver promotion credits, upgrade 3 characters to 4 or 1 to 5. This is the amount of promotion credits I think is needed. 1 character from 4 to 5 every month. We get that many, I think it would be good. Plus anything extra from the Chaos Theory is just nice. But yeah, if they increase it by 5-fold on our Alliance donation, very, very good. It would be much welcomed by myself as well, brother. All right. Hello from Maryland. Love the show. Quick question about skins, costumes. If there's any idea, would be gender options for them, like if Thor could be Jane Foster, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. Thanks for all that. So, interesting thing. So, male and female wouldn't really do anything with the tags. There's no real male and female tags in the game. So, this would be some kind of cool option. I mean, you're making Thor into a totally different character. Marvel is a totally different character as well. So if they did things like this, I know there's a female Loki that I used to use in Future Fight a lot. Again, could be cool if it's just cosmetic and changing the cosmetic gender of a character. Fine. But if it's going to change a lot of stats and change tags, the release method for these skins and costumes needs to be accessible for players, whether it be after you get up to 7 stars, you could farm them, or is in a milestone event, or some kind of method that's accessible for all players, especially if they have tags that we would need to complete content in the game. But I would see this as just cosmetic, so yeah. The weird thing is there's different characters in the MCU or the comics, but yeah, it's basically just cosmetic at this point. All right. Greetings from Wales. Greetings from Texas, brother. Watch a roundtable discussion in regards to having red stars for characters. A point was made about people not knowing where to go farm a team if they haven't got any high red stars for a character. Yes. Yeah. That's exactly. Another one of Scopely's mobile games, WWE Champions. I played that one a long time ago, but when there's a new character released and I couldn't get that character because of a tough release method, I was like, I'm done with this game. So yeah, hopefully they don't bottleneck characters too much. Content creators get dropped in their game 24 hours at a full power to make a video showing their strengths, different builds. This could work as long as it's not on a live server with players that are just playing accounts with paid for. As long as it's in like a private server with the devs or other content creators or just random people that want to test that account, I think it's fine to give a boosted character so we can test them out. I wish they had a test server that worked. Once in a while, we get a test server that works, but usually it's on the end of an update, and it's all the characters that people already have unlocked. So if they gave this at the beginning of update to try out new characters as soon as they're released, I would like it. As long as it's not on a public server, though. There's been discussion where this could happen in game, and they have said whether or not the answer is no. My understanding, they need to make money due to showing off characters on champions. I'm personally surprised they haven't done this over here. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense from a marketing standpoint, but for them, they would have to get this test server done. I think they've learned their lesson with Nightly Gaming that they shouldn't be loading up accounts that are on public servers. But if they're doing this a private server, no issues. But they've had trouble getting this test server up and running. So even this, there may be an issue. While this would be nice, I really want to fix some of the issues that the community is complaining about right now, rather than going on to this thing, which I think would be cool for me, but I don't think would affect maybe. I mean, if the rest of the community watches the videos and makes a decision or not on a character, that may be helpful. But I think some of the other requests, like red stars, affect the entire community, not just the community, not just the Valley Club and the rest of the community that watches YouTube and is on Reddit and is engaged in the Marvel Strike Force community. And that, I think, is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Worldwide Nutrition, guys, check out their link down below, 25% off. And Mikey B always doing sponsorships on the stream. If you guys want to check out the stream, ValleyFlyin 76 on Twitch, guys, every weekday morning. Mikey B gives away a bunch of stuff there. So check out Worldwide Nutrition. The link is down below. You get 25% off your entire order there. And I will see you guys next time. Yes, share this with your friends. Hopefully it's helpful. Hopefully you like this video. Click on that like button and check me out on social media. Give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, guys. Oh yeah. ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your week.